Hello everyone, I hope everything is okay and I hope everything is great. This is your teacher Kyle, and today I will be explaining our topic in Module 4, which is the basic parts of the computer. Now the reason I decided to create this video is that I have seen the result of the poll I created last week that majority of you wanted to have a video explanation, and the reason that I created this one. Now we'll be talking about the basic parts of the computer, and I know majority of you is acquainted with it, and majority of you already know the basic parts of the computer. Now this will be a refresher. This lesson is a very important one because you were taught, and our previous subject at the Kwan and other subject taught you how to integrate technology in the teaching and learning process, to use technology or different strategies using tech in your class. However, if you are not acquainted with these basic parts of the computer, you're not familiar with it, it will be hard for you to integrate the tech or to manipulate the required tech in your class. That's why this is a very important one. So I hope you learn from it. And okay, let's proceed into the first slide. Now this is the ICT in the computer. Now the ICT includes the computer in the internet, such as also radios, television, projectors to be used in education. Now some of the schools right now, amid of this pandemic, use pre-recorded lesson and broadcast it into radio for the students and the pupils to learn into, despite of this physical restrictions we have. Now our intended learning outcome is that to differentiate the rules of the basic parts of the computer. Okay, let us proceed into next slide. Now we have the very first part, basic part of the computer. We have this computer case or the system unit. Now some of people call it CPU, but it is not actually a CPU. It is called a system unit. Now as you can see, if you have seen this box beside the monitor or sa baba ng monitor, kasi mostly sa baba ito nilalagay, this is called the system unit or the computer case. Now as you can see on the system unit, there is this thing, the power button here. It is used when you need to turn it on, and there is a reset button. The purpose of this reset button is that if your computer is freezing, you can actually press this one and it will force restart your computer. We have this two USB port here, and as you can see, there is a small jack here. The green one will be the output, which is the speaker, and the pink one is for microphone. Now inside this box, there is this thing called the motherboard. Now it is called motherboard because some of the devices is attached in here. Majority of the devices, I think, yes, attached in the motherboard is the CPU, the central processing unit, the RAM, the hard drive, the power supply, the video card, and etc. Now as you can see, the CPU is the brain of the computer. It is one of the smallest part of the computer. It has the input and output. It calculates input and output information. And all you need to remember that the CPU is the brain of the computer. It is not as big as this one, as you can see, but it is actually a small part inside this case. Now we have the RAM or the random access memory. We have the power supply, hard drive, and etc. Now we will talking about just the basic part. Okay, so this will be the system unit. Now we have the monitor and the keyboard. Now at the end of this lesson, I created some tasks for you to research with, to learn on your own, for you to have knowledge or deeper knowledge about the basic parts of the computer. Now I will give an example, which is the monitor. Okay, every one of you already know what is monitor. It displays, or it is an output device that displays pictures or images or information that you have inputted into the computer. And we have this keyboard, which is an input device which is used in typing or inputting text or numbers to the computer. Now let's proceed into the next slide. This is actually the types of monitor. We have the LCD monitor, the LED monitor, the OLED monitor, plasma monitor, and the CRT monitor. Now, and at the end of the lesson, I said earlier that there will be some activities for you to research into and for you to learn on your own. And okay, we will see at the end of this presentation. Okay, we have this LCD monitor. Now LCD means the liquid crystal display. This monitor is widely used in offices, or this is the most common monitor. And we have the LED one, the light emitting diode. It uses light while the LCD uses liquid. We have the OLED monitor. The OLED monitor actually it is widely used for television because it displays more vivid, much clearer images. Okay, we have this plasma monitor. Okay, you can read the caption. Why is it plasma? Because these are the cells filled with electrically charged ionized gas. That's why it is called plasma. Now plasma monitor actually used for bigger screens. Okay, we have this CRT monitor. Now this is the very old one, the cathode ray tube. It consumes much energy, and it is not energy efficient. Now this produces much radiation that may damage or give you headache if you use this in a longer period of time. The CRT monitor, it uses raised cathode ray tube. Now as you can see, these are the different types of monitor. Okay, let's proceed into the next slide. Now we have the mouse. The mouse is actually an input device. Okay, we have this mouse alternative, the trackball and the touchpad. Now the trackball actually is used in CCTVs, controlling CCTVs and etc. Now some of the laptop has this trackpad, a small red one at the center of the keyboard of the laptop. This is actually a trackpad. It is quite the same with the trackball. And we have the touchpad. The touchpad is used in laptops, and it is a pointer where you can use your finger to navigate something. Okay, we have the QR code on the top of this slide. If you wanted to learn more about the basic parts or the ports, you can actually scan this code. Now we have this module 4 activity, which will enable you to use a PowerPoint app or creating a PowerPoint presentation about the following topic. And you need to research about the different types of the computer, different types of mouse, different types of monitors, and different types of printers. Now after researching about this one, you can put it into the PowerPoint, and you can have a transition each slides, animation effect, and actually we will put, or you need to put, images and captions or explanations with it, and send it into my email address, kyle@teachers.org, with the subject. Don't forget to put the subject module 4 learning activity, and the body of the email will be the name, year, course, and date. I know majority of you know how to attach a file. Okay, so this will be your module 4 activity. So I created a task for you that enables you to research and learn on your own. And please do not copy paste on your classmate. I can observe, I will know that it is copy paste because the explanations or the content are the same. Okay, now thank you for listening for this lesson, and I hope that you will submit your activities on time. The deadline of this activity, or the required activity for module 4, is on March 31, 2022. Okay, March 31, 2022, along with your module 3 activity. Okay, please be guided accordingly. Thank you and God bless.